Kyle, Garcelle and Sutton had some questions about your new ring.
I felt like I was literally on trial. I was like, what is happening here? They're like, did you or did you not receive a ring that was a gift from Mauricio because he cheated on you?
The makeup ring.
What's with the new band?
That's what she wants to know?
No, I want to know. What's with the new wedding band?
You haven't been wearing your wedding ring.
So this is what you're gossiping about, that I had a different ring on that I bought myself?
Oh, hell, I didn't wear mine for years.
I thought it was a makeup band.
I mean, I just blurted it out. I don't even know where that came from. But I felt like, I feel like sometimes we skirt around, and it's like, just say it.
I think like you and I can speak to it as the only like other married women. Like to be called out on something so stupid that affects the perception of our marriage is not okay.
Is a makeup gift something that you've heard of before?
No, all I got was lawsuits.
I got push presents for giving
Did you?
birth.
Oh, that's nice.
I didn't know that was a thing, but I guess what sparked it was me being seen without any ring on, which even though Mo and I are having problems, that had nothing to do with it. Now I'm not wearing a ring by a choice. That day was honestly because I just really had been lifting weights. I actually lost 2 diamonds in Vegas lifting weights when I was with you guys.
Oh my God.
That's why you don't wear a ring, but I was so scared to take a freaking ring off after all the women came at me.
Stop going to the gym so much. That's probably one of the biggest
Is that your takeaway?
Yeah, that's my takeaway. Just don't go to the gym.
To me, it made sense that Kyle's not wearing her ring. She was just working out. Like, I stood up for Kyle because I get it. I work out every single day at 5 a.m. Like, I'm not wearing my ring. None of the rest of the girls in the group have probably worked out a day in their life, so they don't get that. So I'm like, why is this woman, like, badgering her over not wearing a ring when Sutton's also the person who I've found out doesn't like to be questioned herself.
Are you upset that they didn't ask you to go up there when you were hands?
Are you kidding me?
I don't
It has
understand.
nothing to do with that.
Well, maybe a little something.
No, this has nothing to
pants.
do with the pants.
Like, it's okay when the shoe's on the other foot, but, not vice versa.
Garcelle was finishing some of Sutton's sentences.
Is there something going on in your personal life that you would like to share?
With what, though? Like, what?
For marriage.
And Sutton would look at Garcelle. So it almost felt like they kind of had a prior conversation about it behind Kyle's back.
I did not know about the ring.
You didn't.
You kind of served it to me.
I did?
Yeah.
Oh. I did notice the sapphire and diamond ring that she's wearing now.
That's not her usual ring. I don't pay.
No, it's brand new. Well, fancy gets on the case.
Yeah, I know.
And one of the things that I've always loved about Kyle and Mauricio is their relationship. I look up to it. I'm like one of the kids. I'm like, mommy and daddy cannot
break up.
We have a no ring situation. Now all of a sudden we've got a new ring situation. Changes in behavior.
Yes, usually means something. If your man is all of a sudden working out, changing clothes.
Exactly. If your fat husband all of a sudden turns into
I don't know if
to
you
like
can say that.
If your overweight husband turns into like Arnold Schwarzenegger and he needs to go on trips, he's going on trips with his girlfriend. That is just, I'm sorry. At least.
But we're not saying that about Mo. We're just saying that.
In the world.
Right.
It would take an investigation. I would investigate it. Or hire Garcelle and I to investigate. Ladies, if you need help.
Kyle, you have an explosive interaction with Sutton.
Oh my God. She was not happy with you from Vegas.
She shouldn't have been happy with herself, though.
She was really going on and on about you at the elevator.
Erika specifically, intentionally embarrassed me. Cue elevator doors. Oh, Sutton. Now's your chance. You can apologize. What the hell?
It's like the Wizard of Oz.
Oh,
Sutton!
Now's your chance. You can apologize. I was like, oh, old Erika is back.
I took advantage of the moment.
Oh my God.
Sutton, here's your chance to apologize. Because she had taken advantage of the moment the night before.
That's
not okay. What the? It really caused caused me a lot of problems when it comes to
Well,
people at
according to
Magic
her,
Mike.
as you know, you set her up to embarrass her at the elevator. I mean, how could we have timed that?
You can't.
What are the chances that these guys are in the elevator right now?
Well, I can tell you the chances.
You think it was a setup?
Stay by the elevator.
I will tell you.
I will tell you when to push down.
I've been doing the show for 7 years. The show doesn't operate like that. It's just never, ever that.
I mean, it was kismet.
It's
It was
never-
an incredible moment.
Yeah, things
but
aren't
it was
planned like that. I guarantee if we had a mathematician here that could give, they could prove that it's an impossibility.
Yeah.
Okay, the elevator came down at the same time that we were all there with the people from the Magic Mike show. Okay, if we believe that, then we also believe about the people on the grassy hill when JFK got shot. Whatever.
Wow, what a reference.
We didn't have the full crew with us. We just had the little handy cam. So it wasn't even like we had...
impossible. It's not a setup.
And the guys definitely had opinions.
The dancers are amazing.
Okay.
And it was just the one spread eagle.
Maybe
It's
you
okay
guys
for
come
me to
again
feel
next time and see the
uncomfortable.
whole show.
He wasn't like, oh, it's okay, never, like he
was pissed?
He sort of, yeah, he was pissed and he showed it.
I mean, to be put on the spot like that
Yeah,
was so
yeah.
terrible. And remember, she had told me the day before, oh, you don't need to apologize.
It's too much for me.
We were going to Magic Mike. We knew what we were getting into. And you know what? I'm not going to let this smile or this joy
And I'm not gonna take it away from you.
It was in a perfect place. We're all adults, and that's exactly what it was.
So I was like, oh, but apparently I do.
Apparently you do. If she really thought and did all that.
Did all what? Text?
Well, you know.
I mean, she did
Yeah.
this whole thing. And I was like, okay. She totally humiliated me, but in turn got what she wanted, which was an apology to these people. I'm sorry. It was my opportunity to say, I'm sorry. I made a scene at your show.
What was that? What the was that? I am on the board of American Ballet. I don't do that.
You as a dancer were great. The choreography, great.
Great.
I got to
But
apologize.
it was your thing in the beginning.
I got a lot of ones. Do y'all remember these? These are dollar bills. It was fine until the heads and the crotch went, and then
But it wasn't even your crotch.
Well, it was just too much for me, Garcelle.
Okay. I have personal things about my crotch, but I wouldn't care if somebody's on your crotch.
Okay, but you don't want to see people on my crotch.
No, I'm not a voyeur like that.
Okay, well, that's my point.
Kyle, before dinner, you and Sutton sit down and she explains her recent behavior to you.
It was the way she said it was just like, I'm getting a lot of money, so, there's that, and,
At Garcelle's, it got really heated. I wasn't being myself. I had to have a meeting with Christian. He got a big promotion. A big promotion. But he's moving to London. But it's fine. I'm not going to London. James isn't going to London. But now I'm going to have him full time. So I'm going to have to, my child support's going to have to be increased and all that. And I'm going to have to just deal with that.
I'm struggling to understand. It's all hard having all that money, and all that is really hard.
Clearly, it's devastating.
No, she was saying that's why she had been upset.
Name them. Name them.
Well, what you did was ridiculous.
Name them.
Not having.
Name 'em.
Well, be quiet. So
Name
let me
'em.
talk, Jesus. And that's why she acted like that at Magic Mike.
That's
not okay. What the? And that's why she was saying, Sutton. It was all about that.
Do you believe her?
No.
Christian texted me right before I was leaving to go to Vegas and said, meet me for lunch at the Bel Air at noon. Now, we don't meet. And it wasn't, can you? It was, meet me. It's important. And so immediately I was nervous. And I said, I can't. I'm on the way to the airport. Can you just call me? Mm-hmm. Christian is moving to England. But not only that, but he told me that James is coming and I'm coming. In retrospect, I wish I had waited to have that conversation until after we got back from Vegas, because that spun my head around.
I know, we talked about it in Vegas.
I know.
Off camera.
I know, see, yes, and I had told you because I love you. I share with her, and she kind of made fun of me. It's a big deal.
Like it was a big deal when you said the fashion designer couldn't come into
It's the end of an era.
And that you
Will
didn't
you
have a gun
listen
over your
for a
head.
second?
You are that out of touch. If she had said, my son's moving to London.
And that's really what I'm upset
Oh
about.
my gosh, then I would have been like, you need to move to London too.
Right.
But not that, your ex moved, and your son is staying here and you're getting more money.
Seems like a pretty ideal situation for me.
She was like, oh, so you're just gonna get more money? Which I haven't, by the way.
I didn't realize he had such a hold on you still until
He doesn't,
Vegas.
but this was like scary.
He does.
I thought I was gonna move to London.
If someone says you have to move.
Yeah, you jump.
I mean, I think that instead of just saying, you know what, I messed up and I'm sorry, is not really something that rolls off the tongue so easily for Sutton. When someone says, the reason I act like this is something I can't talk about right now, though. Are you upset that they didn't ask you to go up there when you were hands?
Are you kidding me?
I don't
It has
understand.
nothing to do with that.
Well, maybe a little something.
No, this has nothing to
pants.
do with the pants.
But then later they can talk about it.
Something was going on.
Okay, yeah, you may have to move to London and get extra money every month. So then you're like, you need a little time to come up with something, or what's,
Oh yeah,
what's
you
really
need
going
time
on
to
here?
go sculpt.
I'm gonna tell you later what it is. I gotta think of something.
Hold on, give me 5 minutes. I'm really sorry about it, and I'll get back to you later when I figure out what my excuse
I gotta dot my I's and cross my T's first.
Yeah, instead of just saying, look, it's up, I had a hard time, whatever.
Anyway, I tell Kyle this information in confidence. And then I said, is there anything that you want to share with me? Thinking, this is her moment.
Right, because you just shared. And what'd she say?
No, there's obviously something going on in your life.
And this would have been the time for her to say something.
Uh-huh. Didn't care.
At that point, it felt like there was a turning point for you.
Oh, I was like, okay. That's when I said she was in denial.
Where's our hostess?
In denial about something. I just didn't care. She's gonna put on this stupid parade of a pot show, and we'll just all sit here and watch it.
Garcelle, do you recall your dinner date with Jax?
Oh, I recall. Yeah. So he basically told me that he has known since he was 8 that his dad messed up. I had no idea that he knew then.
You thought that I should have kept the family together, with Dad and...
I know damn well it was Dad's fault. And I know that he did stuff that he shouldn't have. And I've known that ever since I was like 8 years old.
You knew when you were 8? You looked it up?
I've known forever.
I always tried to protect them from that, even though it was out in the press. He said, I've been having an affair. And I said, how long? And he said, 5 years. So that night, I wrote an email to friends and colleagues at Mike's work. And that email got leaked to the press. But what I really wanted in the bottom of my heart is I wanted Mike to have a conversation with them. I thought it should be him to explain what happened, and also maybe a cautionary tale not to do that to someone you love. Not knowing that Jax knew all along.
Jax is smart.
To a fault.
Well, divorce is not fun. Christian and I, when we separated and then later got divorced, my children flipped. They all just started crying. And Porter said, does this mean you're getting a divorce? And we didn't know. Of course, like the next day, Christian filed for divorce, so thanks for that. I was the one that asked Christian to get out of the house.
Right.
And because I thought this is going to turn into World War III. And so I thought if he gets out of the house, we can start therapy and do that. I think he was so angry at me.
That he filed. Yeah.
And we didn't tell the children for another year. But he would come into the house. It was just, it was very strange.
Oh, Mike moved back in.
Oh, Lord mercy.
He had to because Jax wouldn't sleep, and I couldn't do it. With twins, 3-year-olds, he wouldn't sleep. He's so connected to his dad. He was just...
Yeah.
So he actually moved back into the house after everything. It was the hardest thing, and I think he was a little scared. I think he slept with one eye open.
Oh.
As he should have.
Yes, he should have.